Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, some places. This is Ty Sanders, and I'm super excited. I am going to be talking with Rebecca Johns this morning. She is a yay. She is another Purium mentor of mine. I've never been able to personally meet her, so I'm meeting her for the first time right now as well. And so good to share space with you this morning. Thank you.
Thank you. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you too. I've heard so much about you, so many wonderful, positive things, and I just can't wait for you to share your magic with us.
Oh, bless your
So,
heart.
yes. So, tell me about how you are using these products and how they're helping you and or what your story is. Tell me your story.
Well, I like to tell people I've never been the skinny girl. Like, my whole life I was the chubby chick, but it was kind of packaged where it was supposed to be, so it was cute. and um, and it never occurred like a health problem. But I knew I wasn't healthy, but it wasn't, I was one of those people that walked around saying, well, I might be overweight, but I'm not unhealthy,
Right.
whatever that mythological creature is in our heads. Um, but I wasn't healthy. I wasn't healthy, and then several years ago, I had a pregnancy that was an ABO incompatible pregnancy, which means my son's blood type conflicted with my own. He took his father's blood type, and that's like getting the wrong blood transfusion. And like literally, like the wrong blood type in a blood
Right.
transfusion, right? And so his system was attacking my system, and my system was attacking his system. And this went undetected despite my complaints. This went undetected. We went the whole pregnancy having the ABO incompatibility undetected, which means that for the full term, we were trying to destroy each other. And by the time I delivered, I was a mess. I mean, we didn't realize he was sick until day 5. He ended up back in ICU. And we were told he'd be permanently brain damaged and we shouldn't expect much from his functionality. And I was a wreck. I was almost 400 pounds. My endocrine system was just absolutely destroyed. Hormone levels, digestion, neuro pathways. I had anxiety and depression to beat
Oh,
banned. I had diabetes, IBS. I was really sick and I was really miserable. It wasn't just, I think there sometimes you can get sick, but kind of like still keep your spirits up and yourself about you. And that was not the case. I was completely absorbed by disease. And it actually spawned me to go back to school and do more study on cellular health so that I could figure out how to help myself because honestly, doctors were like, you're going to need 2 shots of insulin a day in your stomach for the rest of your life for the diabetes, and then take this pill for that, and these pills for IBS, and this. And I was just like, this can't
yeah.
possibly be what my life is about to be like for the rest of my life. I just can't be okay with that. And I was already a holistic practitioner, but I was working with energy medicine, acupuncture, and things of that nature. And I didn't understand fully what the disturbance of ABO was on a cellular level. I didn't understand it. And so I researched and I looked for help, and I knew that nutrition was going to be key. But I live in a town called Flint, Michigan, known for its water crisis. So we were already dealing with being lead contaminated and having a compromised water source. So we were already having health. I knew I was having those types of health implications, right? And so a friend of mine reached out to me and was like, dude, I got something that is totally up your alley. And there's a $50 gift card for you to make your first purchase. Like, you got to try this. And and you can help so many people and share it. And I was just like, no, stop, time out. I can't do anybody else right now. Like, I'm not okay. And he didn't know. He wasn't aware of my health situation. So I took him up on his offer, and I redeemed his $50 gift card, and I put myself on what we call our 10-day transformation, right, with Purium.
Right.
And I lost 17 pounds and 15 inches in 10 days. I slept for the first time in what was literally a couple of years. I actually got deep sleep. And I
Isn't
had
that
energy.
crazy? Sleep is so important, and I just did not realize that. And
Yes.
until I had the apothecary really helped me get off all of my sleep medicines. So,
Oh my gosh, that makes me so happy for you. I
yeah.
was, I think I was going insane from lack of sleep. Literally, I think I was frying out to a point where I wasn't okay just simply from sleep deprivation.
Oh, I totally get you. I remember I actually felt angered watching other people sleep in my house. And
Yes.
I was walking around going, please, I just want to switch
Right,
places with them.
right,
Please,
right. I just want to sleep.
please.
Please sleep.
And
Right.
yeah, I was severely getting angered. And then you're just not the same person when you
No,
don't have sleep.
no. And
So
literally,
sorry,
it's like
continue on.
if your car never turned off, if you never put your vehicle in park and turned off the ignition and let it stop. It doesn't work that way. Um,
Right.
and so I was just, gosh, I was so miserable. And so during that 10-day transformation, it was day 6. I remember going to sleep on night 5 and getting up day 6 like, oh, I just slept.
Hey.
I just slept. I was so excited. Um, and the weight loss was fantastic because I knew I was needing to lose the weight, but it was the internal feeling of being in my own skin. It was having energy and vitality and feeling like this cloud lifted up off of my head, and I was like, oh, okay. Now I'm starting to see some things. Like, it was just such a rapid change. Um, and people started to say things, like by day 3 and 4, people were like, what's this? What's this that you're doing? I can tell there's like something different. There's like, it's in your skin, it's in your eyes, it's in your smile. It's like something's different. I mean, at almost 400 pounds, when you lose 17 pounds, that's not quite what other people notice. You might be able to feel it, but other people aren't like, girl, you just done transformed yourself. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. I felt it. It was probably not until I was about 40 or 50 pounds down from that weight where people were like, you losing weight? But I mean,
That's so.
it's legit. You're like, it's big. 400 pounds is big. Um, so, so it wasn't so much at first that there was this radical weight change happening. At first, I mean, the weight was happening. It just wasn't what other people were necessarily seeing. What other people were seeing almost immediately was my vitality and an energy and a glow. I kept hearing, you're glowing, your eyes and your teeth and your skin and your hair, and you're just glowing. Um, and honestly, that's when I decided to make it about other people. I started sharing the superfoods with my family, and my father had gone through a hip replacement surgery, and we almost lost him. He was not recovering well from surgery. And they told us he wouldn't walk really again, and that he had a 6-month life expectancy. And I put him on superfoods, and the guy lived 2 years and was doing
Wow.
doing Tai Chi in the living room, and like
That's awesome.
had a better quality the last 2 years of his life that he had for 20 years prior. And so I'm like, okay, all right. So I gave it to my son, Mr. I'm not going to have a functioning brain. Changed his life. He was like,
Mm.
he was nonverbal until he was 3.
Oh, wow.
And and that was about the time that I started getting the superfoods in my life. And so
Holy
I
cow.
started giving him superfoods and putting them in smoothies and making smoothies and then turning the smoothies into popsicles, so that when they wanted something, it was the smoothie that had
Such a
been
good
frozen, right?
idea. Yeah.
MVP chocolate in the blender with almond milk and water and ice and banana and strawberry and like almond
Mhm.
butter, it tastes like a banana split, girl. Like you will think you're eating a banana split. And
Oh, yes,
so
please.
I would think that was what they were, that was breakfast, and I would make extra and pour it into my little freezer pop containers and stick them in the freezer, um and I saw it change everybody in my family. And it was like, okay, you know what? I feel good about sharing this. I feel good now. Like I am confident. I am comfortable with what I've seen. And as a practitioner, that mattered to me. As a consumer, that matters to me. You know, I'm not going to go to recommend you a restaurant that I didn't try myself and really like. So same thing with this, you know. Um, and then that's what took me from being a consumer to being a brand partner and wanting to be someone that really helped other people stop suffering the way it helped me stop suffering.
Oh, so much I get. I, I was able to eat again due to Purium and everything for me, but I also then was able to witness my husband go through his change. He lost 47 pounds on two different 10-day transformations. And then my son, who is a college football player, did the 10-day athlete. And honey, this kid, all he can do is gain muscle now. He's not gaining weight. His metabolism has been working. He he was actually almost nervous going into this year in college due to the fact that he had lost so much weight and he was a left tackle and he was but his muscularity or
Yep,
the just
yep.
the way that his body looked was different and it was amazing and it was hard for him to give up the meat for that 10 days, but it was worth it. And now he can go days without meat, you know. And
I'm
I
really
just think that
glad you. Yeah, go ahead.
I just think it's been amazing to see it in my family, and each and every person has had such an amazing experience, and that goes, this saved my life. Let's be real, Purium saved my life.
No doubt.
If I still would have had my feeding tubes, that's basically surgery every 4 months, and there was 9 out of 10 times complications from that I ended up in double or triple surgeries. And so my poor body had just been through the ringer. And like I want to scream and jump and shout and be like, please, people, I am not crazy. Pay attention to this product. Like this product, it it looks expensive when they go to the website, but when you break it down, the 40-day cleanse and everything that comes with it, you're doing this for $9 a day at the most.
Top. At the
Everybody in
top.
the world
Yes.
is worth $9 a day.
Yes. Our
And
Rolls
you're being
Royce.
fed the
Yes.
best food ever.
Yes. Our
So I
Rolls
think
Royce is
that is
$9 a
huge.
day. Yes. I tell people, I'm so glad you said it that way. I tell people that all the time. I have a Rolls Royce, I have a Cadillac, I have a Lexus. You know, like I can work with any budget. So it's
Right.
not about budget. It's about with the budget you have, what are you purchasing? And are
Totally.
is what you're purchasing supporting your life or supporting your death? And your story is bringing me to tears. I didn't like you said, we're just meeting, so I don't know your story, right? Um, but you're right. It is a lifesaver. My life was saved, and I love that you said that your son's form is different. Because you know I've lost 130 pounds, and I've
Wow, congratulations.
thank you, and I've lost all of the dis-ease. The diabetes is
Oh,
gone, the IBS is gone, the arthritis, bursitis, the anxiety, depression, like that's gone.
see, and I have so many people that are dealing with the diabetes and the depression and the anxiety, and oh, I hope that they hear your story and that you give them hope because I am surrounded by a lot of people that needed to hear this. I'm so thankful for you.
Nobody talks to us about our food causing anxiety and depression. But, you know, your body isn't yellow 40 deprived. You know, like none of us are nitrite deficient. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
Totally.
not what we need. We put that stuff in our bodies, it's an agitator. And so chemically we're like, and then we're like, I have anxiety. No, you don't. You're chemically induced into a frazzled state because there's poison in your system, and every system in your body that God made is going, danger, danger, this is a problem, get it out, get it out. We don't know that, right? Same thing with depression. And it's all that gut health, you know? We're putting poison in our gut. Our gut, I tell people, there's no teeth in your gut. There's no chewing that goes on. There's one thing that your gut does. It's called peristalsis. It's squeeze and release. And squeeze gets everything out of the gut into the bloodstream and takes it everywhere. So whatever's in your gut is literally from head to toe. So do you have ulcerative colitis? Great. That's getting spread head to toe. You know, it's just amazing. All of the serotonin levels, our hormone levels, they're governed by our gut behavior. And we just don't know that. You know, we just don't know that. I'm a
Well,
minister.
and for me, I've been told now, you were just saying peristalsis is the one thing that happens. Well, with my disease, gastroparesis, it is paralyzation of that
Of
stomach.
that function.
So, yes, but so for 5 years now, I've been told that my stomach is dead. Well, honey, let me just tell you, my stomach is not dead. She is, now that I have the right things going through, and I mean, my stomach is growling. My stomach is like, I'm actually hungry. For a lot of people that have gastroparesis, you're never hungry. You're always just starving.
Sure.
And forever and ever, I was just so malnutritioned and miserable. There was no clarity on anything because there was no balance in any level. And
Wow.
that when you are on 19 different medications, I was just a walking side effect. So clearing all of that out of my body and out of my mind, not saying that I haven't crashed and burned a few times since then, but I really believe that breakthrough leads to, or breakdown leads to breakthrough. And I got my little transformation butterfly here that I am literally just trying to change the world and change my
Uh,
attitude and just give this to as a gift to other people because I really feel like it's important. Yes, up front it might be expensive, but I want to hear at the end of I want to hear about everything. I want everybody to be have this at their fingertips. I think it's hugely important.
Girl, listen. If you go to any average restaurant just for one meal, and I mean drive through cheap, you're spending $6. One meal.
Correct.
And it's a meal that will make your belly full of crap. It will compromise your digestive system. It will compromise your blood, your neural pathways, your hormones. And for that same amount of money, I can repair your gut, repair your hormones, and your neural pathways. Like, it's really not a financial decision, it's a nutritional one. And I tell people, you know, our Power Shake is organic, non GMO superfood salad times 6 in one serving. You take that once a day for an entire month, it breaks down to like $3 a day. Who's eating 6 organic non-GMO superfood salads a day for $3? I don't know that person. I don't know that person. My husband and I had a farm. I don't know that our cost would have been $3 a day, picking right off the farm of 6 organic
Right.
non-GMO superfood salads a day. I understand sticker shock. I do. I understand going to a website and $180. I understand. But you got to think about what that dollar amount is going to do and how many days it's going to do it for you and then what the payoff is. Because I'll tell you what, people end up having to make time and money for their disease.
And
They're going to have to make time to take time off work. They're going to have to deal with the financial repercussion of that. They're going to have to deal with the consequence later, and it's going to be way more costly than my little $6 a day program. I promise. I
totally
know. Been there, done that. You've been there, done that.
done that.
So
Yep.
I it's not that I don't have compassion or understanding for when people go, "Ooh, that's pricey." I do, but compared to what? Pricey compared to what? What are you currently eating? I'm giving you things that are going to replace part of your grocery budget. This isn't an addition to.
Correct.
I take my shake. I just took a shake. I just got my favorite combination going. Sorry, somebody called in. I had my favorite combination going right now. I do 20 ounces of water, my big tall shaker cup, 1 scoop of Power Shake, 1 scoop of MVP Sport Vanilla, and half a tablespoon of our Kamut.
Ooh,
Girl, that is so good. Plus, I just took my 3 Super Life for my hormonal balance. I did my 3 Joint Flex for the morning. I did my 10 Super Aminos and my 1 Biomedic. That's my meal. That's my meal. If that that was my $6 breakfast.
right.
So for me, I don't have it like, oh no, I've got to buy food and all this. No, because these aren't vitamins and supplements. And that's the problem. And I'll tell you from the business side, because I want to kind of switch for a minute. From the business side, that's a part where it can be frustrating for people like us with a product like we have because it's so revolutionary. It is so revolutionary.
It
People are used to
is.
seeing a
It's
bottle, a bottle like this. They're used to seeing that bottle and going, "Oh, vitamins and supplements." No, not vitamin and supplement. A whole food.
or some
That
plant-based
tablet is eight.
protein.
It's just plant-based protein. So if I give you 5 tablets that are 40 grams of plant-based protein, do you really think you're going to be hungry? Like, what's 40 grams of protein in the world? What do you have to eat to get 40 grams of protein from an animal? First of all, you're going to have to eat 80 grams because you're not going to be able to get all of that 40 into your bloodstream from just 40 grams of protein. If I give you a turkey breast to eat and romaine salad, which everyone's going to go, oh, that sounds healthy. Yeah, but your body can only manifest or metabolize and synthesize about 40 to 50% of that turkey breast. The rest of it is in your gut, it's in your bowels, and now it's waste. Now you've got to eliminate it. This is going to not tax any of your organs. It's going to go straight to your bloodstream, and it's real 40 grams of protein. And it's head to toe. You're getting it into your bloodstream. You're getting protein into your ankles and your toes and your thighs and your hips and your brain and your arms. Like, what? This is revolutionary. So, part of what I really work to do as a holistic practitioner, but also as a brand partner to Purium Health Products, which I am so proud of and helps me
Me
amplify
too.
the results I get as a practitioner. This amplifies my results. My clients spend so much less time having to come to me and pay for my service because they're eating properly and their body is repairing itself. So you
Right.
need
Our
less
food is
touch.
our medicine if we
That's it.
allow it to be.
If we and here's the thing, we are what we eat. We just are. We become it. It literally cellularly we become that. So I just can't think of anything better to do. And I promise people, if I find something better than Purium Health Products, I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Because I've been in practice for 17 years. I've been with a lot of different companies in 17 years. Primarily, though, I've been with various companies and I pick and choose from each company what I like because no one company really did it right. And then I found Purium 4 years ago and I'm like, get out of town. This is dream come true kind of stuff.
When I had my feeding tubes removed, and the confidence that I walked in there with, even with my husband being like, "Oh, I don't know about this. I don't know." And I'm like, "No, I do. I feel my body. I feel that like this is what needs to be done." And when I made that choice and I went ahead and got those damn things out of my body, it was electrifying. It was unbelievable.
Great
And
word.
I and I think so that was my breakthrough moment. And then I think I remember Bill, my husband, walking up the stairs, like just looking behind him because we have a mirror at the bottom of our stairs, and like, is that me? Like, hang on. And then I remember my son going, Did you do you see this? Do you see this muscle that is popping out of my body right now? And he's going, I didn't expect this, Mom. And everybody having their aha moments. And this is only my family. And
Right.
hearing your story and
Right.
hearing Kimmy's story. And I am so excited. I have so many people that I get to talk to this week. And you guys are just inspiring me beyond words. So I am just so thankful for you. Like, I mean, last week, when I first started being able to follow you, like you said, your skin is glowing, your nails. Show everybody your hands and your nails. Like
Oh, that's
they
really
are
funny because I
amazing.
just cut them. But yeah, I did. I did a
Oh,
picture just recently. I cut them because they were getting too long. I'm like, I
I
can't
was
even
like,
function.
oh
They were
my
so
goodness,
long.
people are paying again $50
Give
for
me
a
two
first
weeks.
set of
Give me two
nails.
weeks. They'll be back.
Like,
But I mean, like, listen, I'm 45. Like, this is my hair. This is my hair at 45. This is my. This is me at 45. Just I don't do anything. I wash it. I let it dry, and I'm so proud. Like, my skin, my eyelashes, my teeth.
uh,
I've healed teeth, girl. I take Power Shake. Another little tip: I take Power Shake. I put it in my mouth. I swish it around my mouth before I
mm,
swallow it. I have repaired teeth that I thought for sure I was going to need to spend money on.
that
No,
is brilliant.
they just
That
need
is brilliant.
nutrition. That's all.
Yeah, just a
So
little nutrition.
they just need a little nutrition. So it's so unfortunate that we're in a world that has taught us upside down. It's taught us upside down about food, about medicine, about spirit, about love. We're in such a fabricated manipulation. It breaks my heart every day. So I really love that we're having this conversation because it's an opportunity to tell the truth.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
I'm a minister, right? I'm a Christian minister. So we have this little saying, tell the truth and shame the devil, right? Like, you tell the truth. Don't buy into this world of the sham. This is a sham. This is a sham. That food in a
Yes.
box, it's not food. That food in a box is not food. That's not food. And I have people, they'll be like, well, I'm already taking this product. I'm like, well, read to me that label.
Yes.
Read me your label. And they'll get in, at first they'll be like, oh, it's got wheatgrass. And I'm like, okay, your first couple of words are good. And then it starts getting into all these words they can't pronounce. I'm like, what is that stuff? They're like, I don't know. I'm like, yeah, exactly. And you're eating it.
And
And
giving it
you're
to
eating
our
it.
kids.
And you're giving it to your children. So this is a huge opportunity to make a difference. And I honor your soul. I'm so
Oh,
touched
right
by
back
your
at you.
story. I mean, who comes off feeding tubes? Who does that? You do.
Me.
You do.
Yes.
Who recovers from ABO incompatibility without insulin shots or pharmaceuticals? I
You
do.
do.
Right. And we have children with autism and Asperger's reversing symptoms, and we have people with Alzheimer's and autoimmune disorders reversing symptoms and getting relief simply because they got real nutrition. So this for me is just an act of good and kindness. Like, this is a public service that we're doing when we share this information and
I
give people a chance.
completely agree. I mean, the amount of time and money that I have spent in the doctor's office or on actual pharmaceuticals compared to the money that I've put into Purium and the way that my body and my life has changed because of Purium, I would like to find the highest mountain and jump all over it because I seriously, you we are told basically to trust a doctor and trust a medicine and trust only these things instead of trusting our own intuition,
Yeah.
trusting our own bodies, and trusting actual superfoods and stepping outside of the box because that's not the norm. It's not the norm.
And listen, I'm a
Period.
respecter of all medicine. Okay, I really
Me
am.
too.
I'm a respecter of all medicine, and I give kudos to the medical system for going beyond what any of us thought was possible. I mean, there was a time when, my first pregnancy, I ended up having it, well, they ended up both being it, but my first pregnancy I'd planned to be natural and ended up being an emergency C-section. And, if it was 100 years ago, my son and I would have been dead. Well, it's not.
Totally.
Now we have surgeries that can do cesarean sections and we both get to be okay. So I'm grateful. Okay. It wasn't an
Right.
essential oil that did that. It wasn't
Right.
acupuncture. It was a dude with a knife and a team of people. They put a thing in my spine. I didn't feel them cut me open and I was awake the whole time. That's amazing, right? That's amazing. But,
It is.
but for days before, like for a couple days before, I was preparing my body with Arnica Montana for pain and inflammation, homeopath, right? I was doing Bach flower remedy for my natural for emotion. And I did that up until surgery. I did it the minute I came out of surgery on. I was recovered within 6 hours, 8 hours of my C-section. I was up walking around and they were like, okay, we didn't see that coming. So, like there's a time and place for all forms of medicine. If we can get all of it put together to really
Oh,
work integratively and hand in hand. And that's why I love that physicians are now recommending Purium. They're saying, listen, I want you to make a dietary change or a lifestyle change. And I have something that I trust, and it's Purium Health Products because it's real food. Girl, we just got to keep doing what we're doing and
we
sharing with
are.
people and living it, and then showing people how simple it is that they can live it too.
Totally. I am, I think that we have given such an amazing message today, and I'm so proud of both of us.
Bless you.
And I just thank you for your time, and I thank you for this message. And I'm gonna watch this over and over just to remind myself
Right?
of everything. Um, but I just couldn't be more excited. And thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're
Is
welcome.
there anything else you want to add?
And that, well, everybody go to ishoppurium.com, and then whoever shared this with you, or if you want to reach one of us ladies, we have a special code for you to save on your first purchase that is also has a 60-day money back guarantee. So you literally
Absolutely.
have nothing to lose except probably a few pounds and some bad habits. So give it a try. That's pretty much all I have to say.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're
And
welcome. We'll do this
yes,
again.
yes, we will.
All
You
right.
have a beautiful day.
You too, sweetheart. Bless you
Good
guys.
bye.
Bye.
You too.